What is up, everybody? Nick Ryan here for the Wrestling Radar, making one of my favorite videos of the year, because when we make this video, it means it's almost time for WrestleMania. It's a WrestleMania plans video, not trip plans, because it's not really much of a trip.
It's not a trip, but
it's here in New York. but it's almost like a trip because we got a lot of stuff to do that weekend. And I'll start it off. Not sure if you want to start it off on Thursday night.
I'll start it off, yeah. So Thursday night, we were in between doing two different shows. Obviously, the WrestleCon Super Show, if you've never been to it, it's one of the biggest shows of WrestleMania weekend. It's the biggest show of WrestleCon. WrestleCon usually has like 4 or 5 shows they have throughout the weekend. WrestleCon Super Show being the kickoff and the biggest one. They always stack the card. Most of it's always a surprise, so you don't know what some of the matches are, but it always delivers. We went last year and it was great. But, you know, tickets are very expensive for that, so we kind of been holding off for as long as we could. As of right now, it looks like I will be attending DDT Pro Wrestling, which is a Japanese wrestling promotion. It's only in Japan. I think it's the first time they're ever coming to the States. I could be wrong about that, but it's something rare. It's something you don't get to see every day, so it caught my attention right away. Of course, me being a big New Japan fan, I just, like the Japanese wrestling, so I said, hey, I'm going to give it a try. And I think that's where I'm going to be that night.
I'll probably be a last-minute addition, whether or not, depending on what my schedule looks like for that week. So I might join you, might not, but that'll be a last-minute thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plans right now. Again, we constantly change plans all the time, so who knows? Maybe we'll end up at the WrestleCon Super Show. As of right now, it's DDT Pro Wrestling, so if we do end up going to the Super Show, you'll see it in our vlogs, and yeah, so we'll see. But that's Thursday night.
And then jump to Friday, where I say our weekend officially begins, because that's when, me and Ryan are off from work for,
Yep.
the next couple of days and enjoying ourselves. So Friday, we got tickets to the Ring of Honor G1 Festival of Honor at Madison Square Garden. So cannot wait, gonna go do that. Hopefully, hoping to meet Ibushi, because that's one guy I really have not met yet from New Japan that I really want to meet. So I'm gonna try and do that. And then after the festival's over, one of the guys we watch on YouTube, JD, you guys know him, he's a character. He's going to be at Hooters right across the street from Madison Square Garden from 1 to 4. So we're going to maybe go try and hang out with him for a little bit, catch up, talk, maybe get a video, maybe get him in the vlog.
Yeah.
He's always got something funny to say.
JD from NY206. I'm sure you guys know him if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, well, if not, we'll put this link to his channel down below, because he'll have you laughing your ass off the entire time. What is his reviews?
Yeah, definitely. As far as the Ring of Honor New Japan Festival goes, it looks like a pretty cool fan interactive event. Unfortunately, it's kind of like WrestleCon. You have to pay for admission, and then you get to pay for who you want to meet. Bunch of guys that are going to be there, but we're going for Kota Ibushi because we've never met him before. We would be going for Okada, but we already got him at All In, so I think that's who a lot of people are going to be going for.
And then I wanted to meet Naito really bad, because Ryan met Naito a couple years back at a Ring of Honor show in Brooklyn.
Yep.
I at that time was not really watching New Japan, so I don't know who he was, and I regret it now, but unfortunately, Naito's doing a LIJ photo op with Shingo, Bushi, Evil, and Sonata. So it's like $125 for all of them together. It's going to be a really cool picture. Again, we change plans constantly. Maybe we'll do that last minute. I don't know. Stay tuned for that, I guess.
I said because they're selling meet and greet tickets there as well as online. So if we're there and I see how cool it is, I might just go for it, because that's like a rare photo that you're just not going to ever get. If you're a New Japan fan, obviously it means a lot to you, this photo, but if you're not, I guess you could shake it off, you don't really care. But to see all those guys together in one picture, in one setting at the same time, that's got to be so cool. So, yeah, I mean, right now the plan for both of us, definitely Kota Ibushi. I also thought maybe Marty Scurll and Will Ospreay too, but I see where the money's at the time. But yeah, definitely going to be one hell of an experience. So stay tuned to our vlogs to see who we meet.
It's only the first day of our trip. It can't be blowing all of our money.
I know. And then, like you said, going to get a beer and talk crap about the WWE with JD. I mean, I think that sounds like a good plan to me.
Just shoot the shit for a little bit with JD.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't be the Wrestling Radar if we didn't have some crazy, outlandish plan to try and do multiple things at once. So somehow, me, Ryan, and friend Brandon, you've seen him in the videos before, we all managed to get Ronda Rousey VIP tickets for access, which is at
Brooklyn Pier 12.
I've never even heard of the place,
but it's a terminal, like a ferry terminal.
Ferry terminal. At 6 o'clock, the session starts, and NXT Takeover starts at 7, which we also have tickets to. So again, in our usual fashion, we're going to be rushing around. Hopefully, we're going to hopefully hop on a subway and get down by the terminal, try and I think Brandon's going to be at the session beforehand, so he may try and snag us a spot in the front of the line. And then when they open those gates, mad dash in on lines for Rousey, meet her, get in an Uber. It sounds ridiculous saying it. Get in an Uber, head over to NXT, and pray to God we don't miss anything. Because if they open the card with Pete Dunne and Walter, and I miss it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, can there be one Mania trip where we don't have to rush from one thing to the other? I mean, it's ridiculous.
It wouldn't be a Wrestling Radar trip if it wasn't.
I mean, you know what? This is the type of thing though where it's once in a lifetime. I know I feel like I say that a bunch of times, but meeting Ronda Rousey is something we've wanted to do for a while now. Never got the opportunity. She's never just hanging out at meet and greets. She doesn't do them all the time. Yeah, she barely ever does them. So we don't know if we're ever going to get the opportunity to ever meet her again. So this is a once in a lifetime thing that we have to do.
And with our luck, she'll be at like New York Comic Con next year.
Yeah, right.
Like
just our luck, or she'll be at SummerSlam, which we're attending in Toronto in the summer. But you don't know, and I don't want to take that chance. So we have tickets. If we get there early enough, if we get right in, it could work. She's got to be on time. They got to let us in on time.
Everything has to align perfectly, which, I mean, I don't want to jinx it. I'll knock on wood on Ryan's dresser right here, but things usually do end up working out for us.
They do, yeah. I mean, it worked out last year when we went from NXT to Supercard to see Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes, so it works. If we're 10, 15 minutes late to take over, I don't really care too much. Yeah. I mean, whatever matches first, I mean, if it's Pete Dunne and Volter, if it's, Riddle and Dream, please let it not be that match. But I hope it's the tag team match.
It's been the tag team match for the past how many takeovers now, so let's just pray to God that it's that.
But if it's not, we'll be pissed in the moment. We'll get over it. Once we see our picture with Ronda, we will get over it. So that's our plan. Pray for us and stay tuned, which it should be some pretty funny footage in our vlog, so definitely stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So I want to know what we're doing Saturday. Actually, Friday into Saturday, we'll be staying overnight in Brooklyn.
Yeah, luckily.
Luckily, our uncle lives about a couple of blocks from Barclays Center. Has a nice apartment. Nice enough to let us stay there for the night with him, chill. So that way we don't got to pay for another train ticket to go back to the city after the event. So we're waking up bright and early. Let him know what we're doing Saturday.
Yeah, so the reason why we're staying there overnight is obviously to save on a train ticket so we don't have to come home. And then, from where we live, it's an hour train ride back to the city. And, it's another train ticket. So to save some money, we're going to stay with our uncle so that in the morning we could just take a subway from where he lives in Brooklyn over by the Barclays to Manhattan. And we're going to be attending WrestleCon, the convention that they have every year. We'll be attending that. It's from 10 to 4. But then we have Pancakes and Pile Drivers, which is one of WrestleCon's independent shows that they have. That starts at 11 a.m., and you can basically come and go from that. So one ticket gets you into the convention and the show. So we bought tickets to the Pancakes show, and we can get into the convention with that ticket for free, which is a pretty cool deal. I'm glad that they did that this year because it's so worth it. Convention starts at 10. We'll probably go into the convention, try and meet some people for an hour, then head over to the Pancake show, which is in the same hotel. It's all in the same spot, which is nice. Get some pancakes before the show because that's a tradition for Pancakes and Pile Drivers, and then watch the show. And you might meet some people, right?
Yeah, depending on how the times line up, which again at WrestleCon they usually never do. But I want to do a Lucha Bros professional photo op and hopefully a Pac professional photo op. Both of them are Pac's 10:45, Lucha Bros at 11, and Pancake starts at 11. So hopefully everything does go on time, and I can head right from Lucha Bros to Pancakes and Pile Drivers, get myself some pancakes, and watch some wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a little late, you're a little late. Who cares? Like we said before with Rousey, I mean, it'll be worth it. You'll get some sick photos with the guys you want to meet. So,
and all these shows, I believe, are being streamed on Fight TV.
Yeah,
I saw Fight's offering a package like $120, get every single show that weekend, which is a pretty good deal if you're not going and you want to catch all the shows.
Yeah.
So, which means that they're probably going to have technical difficulties, which they always do.
Yeah, it's never going to start on time.
I guarantee it starts about like 11:20. So who knows? Maybe it'll all work out and I'll get in there on time.
We should have put that in our WrestleMania tip video. None of the indie shows start on time.
Never.
I've
never been to one show in WrestleMania weekend, or any indie show in general, being recorded or not, they never start on time.
Especially Joey Janela's midnight shows. That pisses me off. Doesn't start on time. It's freaking midnight, for God's sake. You can't start on time. Starts at like 12:30, 1:45 in the morning. Ridiculous. But yeah.
Love you, Joey, by the way.
Yeah, Joey, you're the man. But yeah, I mean, the Pancake show looks like a ton of fun. So many great matches on there. You got, Tessa Blanchard's wrestling, Rich Swann, Pac. Pac's doing a meet and greet, and he's on the show.
Isn't Penta's Penta too. So,
Oh yeah, the Lucha Bros are on the show too.
So,
yeah,
so,
LAX.
So they really can't. I mean, the match probably one of the last ones.
Right.
But they can't be going right from meet and greet to getting their gear to wrestling.
Right.
Especially Penta, he's got to do his face paint. He's got a lot of stuff to do. So.
Yeah, unless he has it in the picture, that'd be a sick picture
Oh, yeah.
for you. But yeah, so that show's gonna be great. I expect that show to go. If it starts at 11, I don't know, maybe like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Give or take. And then that means you still got like an hour and a half of the convention left to go, or 2 hours of the convention if it ends directly at 2. So yeah, we'll see who we can meet there. Usually I just like to walk around the WrestleCon convention. There's so many wrestlers everywhere you walk. They constantly rolling in at all points in the day with their suitcases. You look over your shoulder. It's like
you're bumping into the boogeyman.
Yeah,
like...
you never know. So to me, that's cool. I don't really meet too many people at WrestleCon just because the money's a factor. All these guys are like $20, $40 for pics and autographs, and who has that kind of money to blow? And if you want to meet everybody, so
anybody you're really keying in for the convention itself.
I mean, every year I kick myself because I pass up on meeting Trish Stratus and Lita, and I keep saying every year I gotta meet them. They always do a dual photo op together, and I think I looked at the schedule earlier. They're at like 11:40, and again, that's only if they don't get pushed back. So that means I would have to leave the Pancake show to go meet them. So I don't know. It's going to be like a last-minute thing to see if I'm really in the mood for it. Because I know they're going to be there next year, So
yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
there are certain people that are at WrestleCon
every
year.
single
and you can
year.
almost guarantee it. They'll be there every year.
Yeah.
So it's like almost like you don't mind waiting another
Right.
what's another year to meet them.
Yeah.
And it's funny, all the people that we really wanted to meet are on this Pancake show. I mean, I want to try to get another picture with Tessa Blanchard. She's on the Pancake show. Penta, Phoenix, and Pop.
They're all on
the Pancake
there.
show. So I don't know how this is really going to work. Another wrestler I really want to meet, but I don't think she's doing Saturday, is Jordan Grace.
Yeah, she's not doing
Saturday, unfortunately. So, gotta give that one up. Hopefully we meet her at an indie show sometime.
Shout out to Jordan. We love you. We'll meet you soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be a lot of fun. So then we'll go to the convention, like you said, until 4 o'clock when it's over. And then we have a couple of hours to, not even really. I mean, it's going to go by so quick because you want to get into G1 early. But yeah, we have some time to kill before the G1 Supercard at the Garden.
Our boy Brian, the Royal Ramble.
Yep, shout out to the Royal Ramble. We'll probably chill with them. Yeah, we're all going to the same event together. So maybe we'll go get some food. In between, maybe we'll go to the Hooters across the street.
Yeah.
It's the most convenient place. And then we'll head into the G1. I believe the pre-show starts at 6:30. They have like an honor rumble or something like that. And of course, you want to get in early, take some pics. And I'm a sucker for looking at the ring when you get in and seeing how the setup is, especially because of Madison Square Garden. I haven't really seen a big time wrestling event at Madison Square Garden
we
ever.
We haven't been to the Garden for wrestling since
house shows, WWE house shows.
It was the road to WrestleMania 32 house show
in 2015.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's been a while, and how this. What the ring looks like, if it's going to be a Ring of Honor ring, or is it going to be the New Japan one?
A big stage, a little stage.
Right,
Who knows? Like Ryan said, I'm a sucker too. I like just getting in there and just being... I also don't like to be rushed. I don't want to walk in there and have the show start in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
I like to just be able to take my time and walk around a little bit.
So then, it's the G1 Supercard. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. I can't wait.
History making.
I know everybody says NXT is the show of the weekend, and obviously, I'm really excited for NXT because that's always the best show of the weekend, but to me, G1 is the show of the weekend, just because of how rare it is to see these guys wrestling in the States, and then especially at Madison Square Garden, of all places. I mean, my God, when did you ever think that was ever going to happen? Yeah. So it just, to me, G1 holds, I don't want to get sappy, but a place in my heart, because I cannot wait. As soon as they announced it last summer, I instantly knew where I was going, and I couldn't wait for it. So,
and even before they announced NXT was moving to Friday, we were still
going to go.
We were going to miss NXT. We didn't really care because, like I said, who knows? Maybe after this, they'll open the doors and they'll go back to the Garden. But I mean, at the time of buying tickets, we thought it would never happen again.
I mean, listen, it's a lot of money to run the Garden, and I don't know how Ring of Honor had that money, but WWE doesn't even run pay-per-views in the Garden anymore. So this might very well be once in a lifetime, and whatever, if it's not, we could say that we were at the first ever historic one. So either way, it doesn't matter, but it's going to be a great show. Then we'll take the train home here, and then...
Yeah, then WrestleMania Sunday, the best day of the year in my opinion.
Biggest day.
We're going to hopefully, if everything works out to plan, try and get to MetLife around 9:30 in the morning. I know it sounds very early for some people, but we just like to be. I just want to be there. Since we're not really going to any official access until Monday, that I want to try and hit up the superstore that they have at MetLife Stadium and get a shirt, a cup, whatever. Just do my little shopping there. And then we're just going to chill in the parking lot, maybe bring up a little BP table, drink some beers, eat some chips, and then just chill for a little bit. Like I said, I just like, especially with the company we have, the friends we have,
yeah.
it's just nice just hanging out and just relaxing, especially after a hectic weekend. It's going to, it's going to precede that.
Yeah.
And then, so give me the time. You have the time for we're going to a tailgate, an official tailgate, right before WrestleMania starts. We're doing our own thing for a couple hours, and then we're going to head over to this tailgate. You got the name of it?
Yeah, there's so many tailgates all throughout the day. I mean, I've seen several of them, and I'm sure they'll all be great. But this one, a couple of our buddies are going to, and it's very cheap and in our price range. So it's a very, very affordable deal. So it's the Fourth Wall WrestleMania tailgate. Obviously, April 7th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that's a long time.
Yeah.
$5 admission. It's donated to Ronald McDonald House Charities, so that's pretty cool. You're donating to a cause. Food, drinks, games, prizes, and plenty of kayfabe. And I read, too, that there's unlimited food and drinks, which, I mean, if that's the case, for $5, I mean, that's I'll throw the guy a $20 bill for that. I mean, that's crazy.
And especially since it's going to a charity, you might as well.
Oh, man, that's unbelievable. So, I mean, heck, I can't wait for that. I mean, the whole point is we wanted to go early to tailgate because we wanted to eat food before we go into MetLife.
Definitely. It's going to be a long show.
Yeah, and I don't want to pay for those prices either. So.
And the last thing you want to do is get up. I mean, me and Ryan, if anyone ever sees a show or sits next to the show, we don't get up. Once I'm in my seat and the show starts, that's it. I get my drink or food before the show, go to the bathroom before the show, and I'm in my seat the entire show. I don't get up once. So, like I said, for the entire WrestleMania, we just want to be there watching the show. I don't want to miss a minute of it. So that's why we get everything, food, drinks, everything out of the way beforehand. And then, WrestleMania, supposedly, like what I'm hearing the rumors, 7 hours long.
Yeah, well.
I'm not complaining. It's WrestleMania. What do you want WrestleMania to be over and done with in 4 hours? I mean.
It is what it is. WrestleMania NOLA last year flew by.
Flew by. And I read that it was like the second most matched on a card of all time, but
it's me.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like. I felt like by the time the the United States title match and the tag team title match, they just flew by, and I was like, wait, it's already the main event. I'm like,
I know.
It Orlando Mania felt very long, but not long where it was unbearable, just a nice long show.
That did feel long, yeah.
But WrestleMania 34 that flew by.
I think Orlando felt long too because I made the mistake of not eating beforehand, so all I was thinking of was food in Orlando, and I knew that by the time this thing ended in Orlando, nothing is open at night, late at night, so I knew we were going to be eating McDonald's. Ended up eating McDonald's at 2 in the morning by the time we got out of there. But yeah, last year we ate before at a pre-tailgate party, and then went to New Orleans, the Mercedes-Benz, and flew by. And I don't think Orlando and New Orleans, we didn't get out of our seats once for Mania at all. So yeah, I mean it's true. We do not get out of our seats at all. So this one's going to be no different. Yeah, I mean that's our Sunday plans basically, and then obviously WrestleMania, however long it goes. It goes, and then we're planning on driving there. So. Gonna have to take the drive home. Who knows how long it's going to take to get out of the parking lot.
Honestly, I made a suggestion of we're probably going to get chairs from people after the event, pop the chairs out, pull the chips and drinks back out, and just chill for a half hour to an hour, however long it takes the parking lot to clear out. Because it's going to be a mess. I mean, we don't run out of Mania as it is, so I'm sure after Mania's over, we'll be in the stadium for about a good half hour longer.
Even still, it's going to take for that parking lot is ginormous.
Yeah, I mean, I've never actually. Fine as it sounds, I've never been to MetLife, even though it's right here. You've been there for some Jets games, so you probably know better than anybody how
it's huge. It's going to be terrible. I mean, even if you took the train there, it's still going to be terrible either way. It's just not going to be fun. I went to WrestleMania 29, same place, MetLife Stadium, took the train, still didn't get home until 3 in the morning. So, can only imagine what time we're going to get home for this. So
And possibly, if we're in Jersey and they got it, we got to do a Wawa run. I don't care how late it is. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., we're going to Wawa, so.
If we come across it in our trails,
so you can definitely guarantee that.
So then, Monday, we weren't going to do anything at all. We were just going to sleep in. I'm ditching school that day. But we're going to actually do Access that day. I bought my tickets, so 12 to 4, they only have one session. I don't know who's going to be there, but I'm going to try to meet whoever I can meet.
I'm sure it's going to be a very, very calm and laid-back access session because nobody's going to be there, I feel like.
Yeah, but you know what?
Detoxing for Mania.
They added Roman Reigns for a VIP, so I feel like that's going to lure a lot of people in. But my buddy Jason's never been before, so I'm excited to go with him and show him a good first experience. Don't worry, Jason, I got you. We're going to have fun there. And, yeah, you know, since we'll already be in Brooklyn, we thought, hey, maybe we could just go to Raw at the Barclays, right, over there, 10 minutes away from Access. But we decided against it. It's just not worth the money for us, even though it is the Raw after Mania. It's supposed to be the best Raw of the year. We feel like nothing big is going to happen that's going to justify $150 for nosebleeds.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not worth it.
Nosebleeds at Barclays Center are terrible.
Sucks.
It's very steep, and it's just not a good view. Not worth your money. It'd be better off watching at home with some friends together. And
yeah, that's literally what the plan was, to go to Access until 4 o'clock. We'll take the train home, and we'll just watch it back at our house here, get some food or whatever. I think it'll be a better plan. And we're not doing SmackDown either, so basically our Mania weekend ends right there after Access. But
I mean, great trip. I mean, for being in our hometown, I think we're making the most of it.
Definitely.
Yeah, so like I said, definitely across the weekend we say this all the time, and we love when it happens. If you guys see us walking around, say hi. We'll talk wrestling. We'll get you in the video. We love meeting people. It's still kind of surreal that even happens.
Yeah,
but when
it's
it
crazy.
does, it's pretty cool. We've met some pretty cool people from pretty much from different places around the country, around the world.
Yeah, it's
so
incredible.
Definitely look forward to hopefully seeing some of you guys there. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're going to any of the shows that we just mentioned, definitely come by. Swing by that tailgate too, Fourth Wall, WrestleMania tailgate. It's going to be a lot of fun. And enjoy your WrestleMania weekend. And thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and like and do whatever you got to do. Tell your friends, share us, and follow us on social media. Till next time, enjoy, guys.